Warning, this podcast discusses paranormal activity and other topics some might find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ghost Gossip, the podcast where we spill the spectral tea on haunted history, paranormal people, and ghosts who can't keep their afterlife drama to themselves.
We also spill food on our shirts, don't we?
You were just waiting for that, didn't you? You were just... I opened the door for that comment.
Yes, you did.
Did you like my opening?
Yeah, it looks like you got really hot while you were eating outside and it just dripped everywhere.
Watermelon did. Yeah, I can't eat watermelon cleanly.
No, I can't eat salsa cleanly.
Oh, I know.
So,
well, I am your host, Ashley, the coffee-fueled ghost gossiping paranormal sweetheart by day, busy mom at night, and this is Daniel.
I would like to add in there, watermelon dribble shirt podcaster.
I don't eat watermelon cleanly, y'all. It is what it is.
And I'm just over here looking fresh in my white tee.
You do look nice and clean over there.
Because I am a clean person.
And I'm not.
I wash my hair every day.
Shut up. You don't have any hair.
My back hair.
And your butt hair.
And my butt hair.
We always joke with the kids. They're like, what are you washing? And I'm like, his butt hair.
Let me borrow your brush.
Remember that conversation? You bought a brush for your beard and the girls were so confused.
Yeah.
And we were like, for his butt hair?
Yeah, I got to comb it. It's thick.
We are nighttime recording, y'all. This is at night. Well, it's like 7:30.
No kids.
We have not a one child in this house.
They have all gone separate ways.
They literally are three in separate locations.
Yeah.
But we do have all the dogs. The cat you might hear a jingle. That might be Mavis coming in. But yes, when you hear this, we are actually recording before I leave for Vegas. When you hear this, it'll be after I get back from Vegas, but I will be in bed recovering.
Yes.
From my middle school dream of seeing the Backstreet Boy.
She gonna end up a back alley girl.
No, I'm not.
You're Southern.
I am not Southern.
Yeah, well, let's let the people decide.
Am I? Okay, guys.
Okay, let's preview the history.
Do not tell them all my history. That's personal information.
Let's give your...
Can we just go off my accent? So, guys, if you think that I sound Southern or that I am Southern because I live in South Carolina, please tell me if I'm Southern.
There's more to the story. You were born in the South. Mm-hmm. You spent time in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And now you live in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. I don't consider myself Southern.
But you are.
Because I don't eat Southern food. It works out in my head, okay?
No.
It makes sense in my brain.
No, we're not girl mathing this.
I'm girl mathing it all day long. You know where I want to go?
To Funky Town?
TJ Maxx. So anyway, when you hear this, first let me know if you think I'm technically quote unquote Southern. I don't think I am, just because I live in South Carolina.
You just said in Ace Hardware yesterday that you were a native.
Well, because I'm more native than the people that move here from New York.
You are a native.
I've lived here my whole life.
I know.
Well, whatever. Native, whatever.
You're a beautiful Southern belle. You are a beautiful Southern lady.
Thanks, babe.
I love you.
I love you too. So, y'all, instead of having a down week, I decided to prepare a short story instead. And
I have no idea what the short story is.
No idea. And I was like, I was going to do this by myself. But I asked him today.
She wrangled me in, y'all.
I was like, okay, these are our options. We can lay floor in the studio or we can record an episode.
I wanted to lay pipe.
So we got a comment from a male listener. I have a male listener, everybody. I have a male listener that's not a relative or Anthony.
My man. That's all I got to say.
His name's Brandon.
My man, Brandon, coming through. Brandon, you clutch.
So he made a comment about what we were talking about last week. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember.
What was it about?
About getting frustrated and using a long string of explicit language while completing a task.
Yes. So Brandon reached out in support of you. And he said, gosh, I'm going to read you what he said because
let's hear it.
I kind of summed it up for you, but I haven't read it to you word for word.
I want to hear it.
I'm going to read it to you right now.
I want to hear these inspirational words from Brandon.
Y'all, you got to leave comments for us because we love reading them as long as they're nice. Okay, so Brandon said, I completely understand, Daniel. Completely in all caps. Okay? Completely
Yeah.
understand. He feels this next.
I can feel him.
When it comes to cussing while working on something, laughing emoji, I get frustrated so fast the moment I try to put something together, and it has nothing to do with the people around me or the object itself. I think it's mostly because there's just a bunch of small things that don't go exactly as you want them, and then you start getting hot. So there's that.
Yeah. I would even
It doesn't help.
I would even take it as far as to say the most frustrating thing is, especially when you're trying to do it for someone you love and care about.
Like my
chair. You want to do it so well, and you don't want it to mess up. You don't want it to go wrong. And so you're trying to do it right, and you're trying to do it completely. And it's frustrating when it doesn't go as smoothly as you think that it should, because you love and care about that person.
Yeah, okay. Well, I responded to him. He is going to absolutely love this comment. Hold on. It's like shrunk so small.
Shrank.
Whatever. And feel completely justified. There will be no living with him now.
I mean,
your head is so big. I don't know how you're going to fit through that doorway right there. You're going to be like, I am justified in cussing while I work. The men hear me.
I know this is not something uncommon for men.
Well, okay. The story I'm about to tell you is the only murder trial in U.S. history where the ghost of a victim basically pointed her own finger from beyond the grave to her murderer. This is not fiction. Okay.
Sounds wild.
I have never heard this story before. I have never heard of this. My friend Heather, who is a new listener, hi girl, that is like my best friend. We've been friends forever.
Hello, Heather.
Don't say her.
I knew you would edit it out.
You can say hello, Heather.
What's up, H-Dog? Thank you for joining the party, Heather.
So she sent me this. She's from West Virginia. So I'm not sure if
Mountain Mama.
I'm not sure if she knew this story or she saw it on Facebook and she's like, hey, I'm from West Virginia. Let me send this to Ashley. It's a ghost story.
Yeah.
But this is the story that happened in the 1890s. And it is the story of Zona Heaster Shue.
Zona Heaster Shue. Is that S-H-O-E or S-H-U?
S-H-U-E.
Oh.
And she is better known as the Greenbrier Ghost.
Greenbrier.
Her death was mysterious. Her ghost was chatty. And her mother? Oh, well, she was not letting it go.
Mama got a bone to pick. Sounds like
Mama's the hero of this episode. Ah. Let's set the mood, okay?
I like that.
Shut up. Everyone knows everyone else's business. You got a early 20-year-old beautiful young lady who's a bachelorette.
Miss you.
Her name is Zona. I'm guessing, is it Heaster? Is it Heaster?
Hester, H-E-S-T-E-R?
Heaster.
Heaster.
So Zona Heaster, a young, beautiful, independent young lady who is catching eyes while she is out walking around in town doing her daily errands, right?
Daily flaunting.
She's not flaunting. She's just out shopping. Leave a girl alone. I go out all the time and I'm not flaunting. I'm just shopping. Okay?
Flaunting.
You wouldn't know. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, zinger. Bazinga.
Yeah, I got your bazinga.
While she was in town, she met a blacksmith named Irma's Trout Shue. He was a son of a bitch. I'm just going to say that now. He had a romantic name, but he was a horrible man.
No.
Within weeks, they were married. Weeks. Red flags much? Anybody that wants to marry you within a few weeks, I mean, minus a very few people that I've met that got married within a few days or weeks of each other, usually when somebody's trying to nail you down that fast, there's a reason.
Maybe it's because they're trying to nail you.
Maybe. But I don't think this was the case with this guy. I think he was a sociopath. Psychotic. What Zona didn't know was that she was his third marriage.
How old is this man?
37. She's 23. Okay, so big age difference.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to throw shade on people that have been married multiple times because you know your girl's been married several times, right? Married, divorced, married, divorced, married. I know that sounds terrible, but that's just the way of the world, okay? So I'm not throwing shade, but what I am throwing shade about is that she did not know. He did not tell her that he was married twice before.
He didn't disclose any of it. He didn't say anything.
No, she had no idea.
Wow.
Okay?
But it's a small town. How does she not know?
I don't know. Listen, I researched this today. Let me tell you the story. Stop asking logical questions. I don't know. You know what I think? Whether they're both from the same area or not, he's significantly older than her.
So they're not running in the same circles. Their circles just kind of overlapped like a MasterCard logo.
I guess so. MasterCard Loco. All right. So you might ask yourself, what happened to those wives?
I didn't ask.
Well, I'm asking for you.
Okay, thank you.
One wife divorced him, claiming he was violent. She divorced him while he was in prison for stealing another man's horse. So maybe that's why she didn't know him. You know, maybe she was so young and he was in prison. I don't know.
I mean, what do you do when you need a horse, you know?
You steal one, I guess. The other wife, well, she's dead. She died mysteriously and nobody knows why. Town folk said she either fell through the ice or she was hit in the head with a brick or she was poisoned, which are three very different scenarios. So I don't know where all three of those came from, but that is what I read.
Maybe she was poisoned.
And then hit in the head with a brick and then thrown through the ice.
Got on the stolen horse.
No, the horse happened with the first wife.
Let me tell
He got convicted. I'm sure the guy got this horse back.
Okay.
Silly.
She was poisoned. She stumbled into a pile of bricks and then fell into the ice.
Maybe. So Wikipedia stated, you know, Wikipedia, you take it with a grain of salt, but this
100% fact.
If it's on the internet, it's true, folks.
That's right.
So take this with a grain of salt. But it said that while he was in jail for Zonia's murder, he actually claimed to reporters that he had wished to be married at least 7 times.
Lucky number 7.
Black widow, maybe? So anyway, he's arrested for murder and he's bragging about how he wants at least 7 wives. And he was also, now we're kind of jumping forward a little bit.
He didn't even make it halfway there.
No, he made it to 3. But like he was saying while he's in jail for her murder, like he's just going to get let out and he's going to get married. Again. Yeah, he's going to just find another wife because he's just going to get let out. This is crazy. I'm like, sit your ambitious ass down. You know, he definitely appeared to be less of a Prince Charming and more of a Dateline episode waiting to happen.
Sounds like it.
Yes, for sure. We watched enough Dateline. We would know.
I don't think Dateline was around back then.
Probably not in the 1890s.
Although
but Keith Morrison might have been.
Keith Morrison might have been with his tight jeans.
I love him.
With his tight pants on.
I love Keith.
It worries me, babe.
He comes on the TV and I'm like, Keith! And I giggle.
And it's not a comforting giggle for me.
You'll get over it. Fast forward to January 23rd, 1897. Zonia's lifeless body was found dead at the bottom of the stairs of their home. A young boy named Andy, poor Andy, who was either sent to the house to help with chores or he was there to deliver a message. I read 2 different things on 2 different websites, so yeah. I'm just including that just for clarity.
He was coming by for some reason.
Somebody sent him there. I think it might have been the husband.
To find her.
I think the husband sent. Now, I don't know because I read the websites, but I read multiple, so they're kind of blending together.
It's like that woman who sent her daughter home to find her husband.
There's been several cases, like modern day cases, where the husband or the wife have sent a child in to find the body, which is mortifying.
Yeah, so it's not unusual.
We are not a true crime podcast, but I am a true crime fanatic. So we watch it a lot. But yes, I'm thinking I read that Trout went and found this little boy and asked him to go to the house, whether it to be to deliver a message or do chores. And he found Zonia at the bottom of the stairs. And he said when he found her, she was awkwardly positioned. So he ran back to the shop, freaked out, got help. They called Dr. George Knapp. Dr. George Knapp and I have a bone to pick, okay? He immediately noticed that Trout's behavior was suspicious.
Off.
Yes. As he was trying to examine Zonia's body, Zonia was already dressed for burial, which is strange. So my first question is like, how long did it take this doctor to get here?
Well, it's, different times. They had different,
I know. Small town though, so it's like
things were different. People did things differently. But
Trout got to the house and dressed his wife. The issue with this was
with the dressing,
that she was already dressed for burial. He was refusing to let the doctor examine her body.
So she fell down the stairs.
She fell down the stairs.
They got her off of the bottom of the stairs.
Trout came home,
dressed her
before the doctor could examine her.
So he just scooped her up off of the floor and dressed her.
I guess I wasn't there.
Was she undressed?
No, but he dressed her in burial,
okay.
So her best dress, whatever that might be. Yeah. She was dressed in something fancy, I guess.
Okay.
I'll get there. Stop asking questions that make sense.
I'm interested. Jeez.
So she was already dressed for burial, and he was refusing to let the doctor examine her body, which was completely awkward. Like, she just died. She died. She's 23. The doctor's trying to do his job, right?
Sure.
Now, I did read One of the sites said that when the doctor got there, she was already dressed for burial. Some other sites didn't make it clear, but at the end of the day, the fact remains that Trout dressed his wife's body, like refusing anybody's help.
Yeah.
He would not let anybody see her body. So traditionally in that time era, when a young lady would pass away, family members of others and in the community would assist in preparing the body for burial. But in this case, Trout insisted on handling everything to do with her body.
I wonder why.
Himself. This was considered to be quite improper for the time. A man, regardless if he was her wife or not, would not, and I'm going to quote this, handle a deceased woman's body in such an intimate and ritualized way, especially without assistance. In doing so, he declined the community, including her family, their expected role in mourning and participation, which further isolated the body from scrutiny. And finally, it gave Trout total control over what others would see, end quote.
Yeah, it's sketchy,
to
say the least.
So he dressed her in a corset, a high collar, and a veil. Somebody said it looked more like she was in a fashion show than a crime scene. Others mentioned the clothing seemed to be picked with purpose, which was hiding her face and neck. The doctor also noted Trout's demeanor, which ranged from uncontrollable sobbing to extreme outbursts and fits of rage. He also noticed that every time the doctor tried to move Zonia's head, Trout would throw a fit. His attempts to do a thorough examination were thwarted, look at me go, vocabulary, by Trout's behavior. And the doctor, who needs to grow a pair, attributed her death to heart failure. But get this, on the official death certificate, he noted it as death by childbirth. She wasn't pregnant.
What?
Right? So no formal autopsy was actually performed at that time, and the case was closed.
That's bizarre.
A few days later, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, Zonia was buried. So no autopsy, buried in a corset and a high neck thingamabig and a veil, and no examination, and she was buried. And then he just, everything would move. Yeah, case closed. Freak accident. Everyone accepted this as fact and fate, except one person who loved Zonia the most in the entire world.
Her mama.
Her mama, Mary Jane Heaster. Now, Mary Jane, she was not buying a single thing that Trout was selling.
She ain't picking up what you're putting down.
Hell no. Mary Jane's like, I don't think so.
No.
In addition, even the doctor wrote in his report, a healthy person doesn't just drop dead of heart attack, or they used to call it the everlasting faint. So I guess you just have a heart attack and faint and pass out and you're dead.
That's a good band name.
It is. Or a podcast name.
Everlasting Fainters.
If me and Jada come up with our own podcast, maybe we can name it Everlasting Faint. Mary Jane did not believe a quote-unquote faint was the cause of her daughter's death, and her suspicions were confirmed by her very own daughter. Okay, so are you ready for where it gets ghostly?
Yes.
Mary Jane stated that she started having these vivid dreams. Now, she called them dreams at first, but eventually she said no, they were reality. She was wide awake. But for 4 nights in a row, Zonia appeared to her beside her bed, asking her to get in her bed. She was in the same white dress, and her mom could smell her scent. And then she said she was cold to the touch. So her mother put her hand on her, and she could feel her skin, and she was ice cold. And Zonia told her mother, he killed me, all because she failed to prepare meat with dinner.
Got to get that protein.
That's right. Trout got mad because she didn't cook meat, and he flew into a blind rage, strangled her, and snapped her neck. And
definitely not vegan or vegetarian.
And she told Mary Jane exactly where he broke her neck. So these encounters her mother was having lasted over a 4-night period, and each night got progressively more detailed.
More specific.
Yes, as to what he did to her.
Oh, wow. And there's no way she would have ever known
Mary Jane would not have known any of that.
She wasn't there.
She wasn't there. She wasn't even allowed to see her daughter's body.
Yeah.
You know? But Zonia is said to have told her mother, my head falls back easily, Mama. It's broken.
Oh, geez. That's spooky.
Zonia's ghost even specifically told her mother that he put both hands on either side of her head and twisted it until it broke.
Oh, my God.
Maybe I should have done trigger warning. So sorry.
That's a little graphic.
So sorry. So Mama Mary Jane wasn't messing around. After this happened, she went straight to the prosecutor's office. The county prosecutor, she walked straight into that office and she talked to John Alfred Preston. And she said, my daughter's ghost came to me and this is what she said and you need to look into it. And guess what?
He did.
He did.
Good on him.
Times have changed.
Yeah, good on him.
You walk into a prosecution office now and say a ghost came to me, they're going to be like,
You can't even walk in.
No. Oh, I know that. You can't. No, you can't even get to the elevator. The elevators have to be opened in the federal prosecution office by the front desk guard. He has a little button and he calls an elevator and it opens for you and he sends you direct. You don't get to even pick a floor.
You wouldn't even be able to get into a county prosecutor's office.
So he reopened the case. One of the first people he talked to was Dr. Knapp. Yo, doc, what's going on? What did you see? And the doctor admitted to the prosecutor, I did not properly examine her body.
I got this guy breathing down my neck trying to hide his dead wife's broke neck.
Daniel.
I mean,
so
that's what it sounds like.
Preston learned about Trout's odd behavior after her death and how he acted at Zonia's funeral. At the funeral, he refused. Like, he stood by the coffin and was, like, refusing people to come near her coffin.
Oh, jeez. Come on, dude.
Like, they're mourning you, asshat.
Like how much, how more obvious can you be?
Well, obviously not obvious enough. If it wasn't for Mary Jane, none of this would have been discovered.
Obviously.
They would have never looked into this again. She would have remained buried, and then that would have been it. But because Mary Jane saw her and talked to her, they reopened it and looked into it and then found out all this stuff. Zonia's fall down the stairs was looking more and more like a strangulation. And upon learning all the information from the doctor, he went to the townsfolk. And then those people were telling him about how Trout was acting as well. So he exhumed her body. He's like, let's go.
Question. Do we still have townsfolk?
I mean, you can call them townsfolk, I guess, but I think they're just neighbors.
I wonder why we got away from the term townsfolk.
I don't know. Or townsperson. I have that in here. So anyway, they exhumed her body.
Or villagers. We still have villagers.
At the YMCA.
No.
So anyway, they exhumed her body. They dug her up.
I know what exhumation.
Well, you're not giving me anything. You're not even looking at me.
I know what exhumation is. I'm listening.
When they did, it was discovered that she had a broken neck, and her neck was broken right where she said it was to her mother. And they found, because once a person has been dead so long, bruising will actually show on the skin after so many days. Yeah. She had bruising around her windpipe and fingerprints on her neck. Wow. Just like Zonia had told her mother.
So they exhumed her body pretty quickly, sounds like.
So she died in January. He went to trial in June.
Okay.
So yeah, fairly quickly.
So, yeah.
If you were a townsperson living in Greenbrier County during 1879, you had a front row seat to one of the weirdest trials that has ever taken place.
What state is this in?
West Virginia.
West Virginia, that's right.
The prosecution focused on the physical evidence, and the judge encouraged the jury to not put much weight into the paranormal evidence. Okay, he's trying to be like, no, you need to focus on the physical evidence in this case.
On the facts.
The defense had their own strategy. The defense was trying to make Mary Jane look insane, that she was delusional. On deadhistory.com's website, you can actually read a few excerpts from the transcript itself.
Oh, cool.
On their questioning of Mary Jane.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not going to read it here, but it's pretty much they kept asking, are you sure? Were you dreaming? And she was like, no, I was wide awake. And they're like, do you see visions often? Or do you see delusions and stuff like that? And she's like, no, I was wide awake. I touched my daughter. I could smell her. Well, they were trying to destroy her credibility, but it didn't work. Despite their best efforts, Mary Jane stood firm in her belief. And after a 7-day trial and only a few hours of deliberation, they found him very much guilty.
Good. He obviously was guilty.
They found him guilty of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison.
Good.
But get this, he died 3 years after he was incarcerated. Just 3 years. So he was like 40 when he died.
Wow.
He died in the year 1900, and some say it was sickness, and others say it was karma. I say it was karma, and I think Zonia, she got her revenge.
How did he die?
Some say sickness, others say karma. I don't know. It didn't have it on there, and I don't want to give this piece of crap any more time. I think that she found her own way to get some revenge on him. Then, he took her, she was 23 years old. She was a baby.
Yeah.
So today, as it stands today in history, there's a historical marker in Greenbrier County in West Virginia that says, only known case in which testimony from a ghost helped convicted a murderer.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And I saw the sign. There's pictures on Google. I will share one. It is, that's exactly one of the last lines of it. But it's like one of those historic landmarks. When we go to these historic places, it's gray with black writing or whatever. So was her ghost real? Was it Mary Jane's grief bubbling up in dreams? But, I don't know. I believe.
It was something.
It was so spot on. She knew. She knew. But the ghost got justice. And Trout Shue, well, he messed with the wrong mother-daughter duo.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. So that's today's episode.
That's good.
I told you would like it.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, I was going to read this one on my own. But I thought you would like it. I also have in here Zona Heaster Shue, beloved daughter, vengeful ghost, and possibly the original true crime queen.
There you go. From beyond.
I thought that was good.
It's very good.
It's different. It's a little true crime, paranormal mixed in together.
A little splash.
Thank you, Heather, for recommending it.
Gracias, Heather.
We love Heather. Miss Heather. Heather's my best friend. And she's beautiful and I love her. And she has been my best friend. We work together. We've been friends for many years and she can't get rid of me now. I saw her come into the court one day and I was like, she's going to be my friend. I did, pretty much. And I kind of forced myself on her and now she's stuck with me for life.
That's kind of what happened with us.
You saw me from afar and said, you're stuck with me for life.
You forced yourself on me.
No. I tried to avoid you at all costs.
It didn't work. Yeah. You're not very good at that.
You're very funny. Some days. You're less funny now. I find you less funny.
Wow. I'm
more funny now.
So you think.
I like facing you. This is nice. I like being like,
Yeah.
You're like, it's great. I like the fishbowl days when you're staring at me from the side of your face.
Flounder face.
Flounder face. That's a t-shirt. Don't look at me with that flounder face. That would offend somebody. And we just mean the fish. But somebody would get offended.
About what?
Flounder face. Don't be a flounder face. He just flicked me off. All right. Well, that's today's episode. Let me know what you think. Please leave me a review unless it's negative. And if that's the case,
keep it to yourself.
Send me an email. Daniel, send me an email. I'm very open to suggestions and constructive criticism. And if you have anything that I could work on, if you have any suggestions, just let me know.
Any stories?
Oh, yes, stories. Send me stories. I really want to put together an epic listener happenings episode, but I only have like 1.5 stories right now, and I would like a few more. I would like them all.
Give us all your stories.
Send me all the stories. Also, I should be in my studio next time I record.
Yep.
Well, no, because next time I record is actually Tuesday, so if the floors aren't down, I'm not moving the stuff up there. Get on it, big down it.
You get on it.
Follow me on YouTube, Ghost Gossip 24/7. Follow me on TikTok, Ghost Gossip Pod. Follow me on Instagram, Ghost Gossip Podcast. And send me all of your ghost gossip and suggestions and love and whatever else. If you just want to chit chat about chit chatty stuff, ghostgossip247@gmail.com. And until next time, they'll see you later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Guess what he found? He talked to the people in the plane. There was a plane.
Planes,
in
trains,
1890, there was a plane.
And automobiles.
God, they have been flying planes like crazy today.
Did you realize that it was only 66 years after the first flight that we went to the moon?
Nope.